gouge onto Athaman as Grifka trying to give himself a proper opener. Gouge just to make sure he gives himself a full kidney shot go as Grifka goes in with a cheap shot to follow. Are you playing second dance, or the dance gives you comp points? You have to be, right? That's how you're getting all that extra kidney shot value. Blind immediately is bouncing, but trying to go for a bit of a hammer on the man. Grifka does burn a trinket here. Does he get him a hammer? Stealth? Let's you evade it. Looks like you can evade the hammer, I think, through either line of sight, like smoke bomb, or stealth. I feel like they fixed that a while ago, didn't they? Because there was other like racials that also function very similar, like the Lightforged and High racial. Looks a big secret technique by Grifka. Athaman expecting it, does go for a trinket of his own with a blind just to peel Grifka for just a moment as he's building up a little bit of damage. Disarmed by the Pally, actually just not limited by his weapon at all. The big wake of ashes blasts the Grifka as he goes in for gouge, just gets himself a re-stealth. He needs one. Cloak of Shadows, Shadow Mode to follow, but Athaman doesn't have cleaving him out in the open, at least keeping the rogue out of stealth. Get a shot onto the Pally. Does he have a defensive? Maybe in a bit of trouble. Does get himself a defensive to deal with the stun. This is where Grifka wants to make sure he doesn't go in for the biggest amount of damage in the opener here. Gonna be Grifka opening up onto Athaman with a kidney shot to follow. Does he have a big defensive? Blessing of protection. Immediately Grifka trying to see if he can escape it, but Athaman has him locked in. Big hammer hanging over the man's head. May be able to raise the hammer. Cheat death right after. Is that enough? Can still see you with those eyes. Grifka, oh, before the hammer even slams down, Athaman was able to vanquish this rogue back into the shadow realm. Not letting him play the game at all. Yasha up next is gonna throw in a judgment. Athaman is walking into this one with a bubble, no wings, no human racial. So Yasha has an obvious advantage, but maybe, just maybe, Athaman can somehow squeak out a victory here. Got him some big damage, hammer hanging over each other's heads. Both of them got the big hammer. Does Athaman have a way to max out his hammer? Gonna be shield of vengeance available for Athaman. It's a big defensive out. Yasha also with a defensive. Both shield of vengeance are about to pop on one another, and Athaman is gonna be the one probably taking the more amount of damage. Needs to get himself wings as soon as available. May just have to go for bubble here. Maybe in a lot of trouble. Doesn't go for the bubble. Can he force out Yasha's bubble though? As Athaman does lose out on a lot of health from a Battle Master's trinket. Needs to recover as much health as he can. If he can somehow get Yasha's bubble while keeping himself safe, he may be okay. Hard to follow Yasha, I think, is going to be able to vanquish him right here, unless Athaman got a trick up his sleeve, tricking for Yasha out of the blind just to make sure he does get the win. Blind into Nalix right after, and Nalix with a trinket immediately. Stormbolt, potentially big damage. Big hammer hanging over the warrior's head. Big spear onto Yasha. Does not have a bubble anymore. Wait, Yasha still does. Gonna go for a bubble. War Stump is gonna go for a bubble. Nalix had a lot of damage ready for this Paladin, but the man got himself a huge bit of defense in here. Nalix has the avatar. Fear onto Yasha. Could potentially make himself still a big play. Massive executes and still doing a lot of damage. Stun onto Nalix. Does he have another hammer? I keep trying to see if he can see the hammer above boys' heads. Now I see a hammer. See a little bit of sparkle from above. As Nalix could potentially take a lot of damage here. Does have a parry. If Yasha can maximize some damage inside of this hammer, it does a bit of damage. Oh, but it does get reduced. The Yasha didn't even need the hammer. I think he just went for like a big toll finisher dam. Is that what that was? Or was that hammer just so delayed that it just hits a little bit later? Gonna be Gloosh up next with Yasha. A bit of a rematch between the two. Last time Yasha was able to take down Gloosh with relative ease. Big damage out of the both of them as Gloosh got himself a secret technique. Shadow Rogues join in the comment while Yasha going in through that Wake of Ashes combo. And both of the Paladin and the Rogue take a bit of a beating from one another. Yasha had himself a blessing protection. Does not have a trigger for it while human racial is available though. So could use the human racial. I don't know if he's got wings available or anything. Gloosh got himself lots of recovery. A vanish for Gloosh, just to get cooldown reduction, I imagine. Blind by Yasha as he got a human racial. Trinket out of Gloosh. Could be a blessing of protection on Yasha. May just need to use it either way. The Shield of Vengeance. If you can maximize damage to the Gloosh, no longer has a trinket. Does he go for a Hodge maybe? If you Hodge Gloosh right now, the man could just go down here. Disarm onto the Paladin as he got himself Shield of Vengeance with Hand of Freedom. Got himself the pony. Shadow steps by the Rogue. Trying to see if he can escape him. Is it going to be enough though? Consecration down. Gloosh trying to see if he can avoid it. Quick first aid versus Yasha. Still has a blessing of protection. Has himself trinket back up, but he won't be able to use it for a bit. Trinket is available, but he won't be able to use that trinket for a good while. If Yasha goes going maybe for blessing of sacrifice, blessing of sanctify, maybe big damage to Gloosh. Does he have enough here? Does he have the big combo kid shot onto Yasha? Blessing of protection. Gloosh does have an escape. Has a vanish cheat death. That's going for a vanish as the cheat death does end up rocking him out. And Gloosh looking for as much rehealing as it can. Stun to Gloosh. Wake of Ashes just gets big old puffs of radiant damage. Doesn't even need a weapon. Big hammer hanging over Gloosh's head. I think just gonna go for a Hodge and maybe catch himself a reset. reset. Can he get himself a reset for the hammer? Maybe, potentially. AoE'd out. The hammer, I think, does connect. Big judgments on Yasha. Does end up going for a trinket. Cheap shot onto Yasha. Isn't enough. The glitch has the cloak of shadows may be able to give him enough here. It does go for a quick shiv onto Yasha to slow him down by a hair, but the man can at least dispel all those poisons off of him. That's going to be a quick gouge as Glitch trying to go for middle and escape. The man trying to see if he can evade the Paladin, but can the scoundrel evade the threat? Oh my god! You can't evade this guy at all! My goodness! Ooh, my man! Into a Stormbolt onto Yasha, a Blade Storm with a spear right after Yasha. He got to find a way to survive this warrior. Bubble coming back up very, very soon. Maybe could be in a good spot. Definitely want to bubble. But does Zood have a shatter? Zood may be playing a shatter against his paladins. Might not have been the worst play. Looks like Yasha trying to see if he can hold on to bubble until a little bit later. Rotate and Shield Defenders together with a Divine Protection as well. Got himself plenty of survivability for the time being. Big damage on the Zood. Is it going to be enough though? Zood trying to see if he can fight the Yasha. Can he do it? Reflect is up. If you're onto Yasha, just try to see if he can back out of there for just a second. Stormbolt to follow. Trying to see if he can blast him out entirely. Gonna be Yasha trying to see if he can fight the Zood for a little bit here. Just a little more. Oh! And does end up slamming him down with a judgment. Can he go for a clean sweep here? Maybe like a 1v4 sweep. Big hammer hanging over Yasha's head as Bait trying to see if he can. Oh! Just nuked him. Even Bait backing up like, wait, did I do that? Wait, I did not realize my strain. Paladin good now. Boxtrap's gonna be up next. The hard looking attire. I love the way that looks on a Night Elf. Throwing in a big old grenade. Boxtrap's trying to see if he can get past him. Is going to be able to charge out and Bait going for the big old wings. Wants to go in for big damage, but it's going to be Pet Sack available for Boxtrap's freezing trap. But Adaptation is going to get him out. Going to be running right through the skill trap with the Hand of Freedom, keeping him moving. Charge trap denying the slow of that ability at all. Boxtrap trying to see if he can maybe get himself a better angle versus Bait, but Bait so far. Actually, I just realized his name was Baitfar. Bait so far has been able to go far and then even beyond that. Boxtrap's got himself a bit of a heal. Bait trying to see if he can swing around him again. Blind under the pet, trying to see if he can catch Boxtrap's in it, but the steel trap is going to stop him. Does end up hitting the pet. Might as well generate some holy power off of that thing. Maybe go for a couple of Word of Glories. I think Bog is just waiting to data Bait, keep him rotting for a second until they get himself a proper stun and a proper go. Just try to see if he can just let the dots right down the Paladin. Does Bait have a stun? Going to be a big spearhead strike for Bait. Looks like he is playing the big spearhead, trying to see if he can blast the Paladin. Should be able to do it. Does end up taking him out as Boxtrap is a big old hammer hanging over his head. But this man, does he take damage for that thing? No, he does not. Wow. Paladins, man.